All right, I don't really like answering these questions, but I'm going to do it for you guys. All right, there's a lot of these questions, but I answered one recently, but this will be a little bit different. So we'll see here. Okay, this is from Colin, and he says how to deal with an egotistical boss who's 23, 3 months in business, and doesn't have software jobs. I think software experience, despite advertising to software colleges as a software company, despite only using Squarespace and Facebook and Google Ads. Okay, so oh, I see. Okay, actually doesn't have software job. So I think he's saying he's got this boss who's 23. He's egotistical. He's only got 3 months of business experience, and is advertising that they have software jobs when they don't. When they're saying, and he's telling software companies that they're software colleges that they're a software company, and the only technology they use is Squarespace, Facebook, and Google Ads. So that's kind of funny. It's comical, but I'm going to give you some pragmatic advice here. So the best thing that you can do in this case, there's two things. One is you could just get another job. Okay, so if you don't want to deal with this shit, I don't blame you. However, you can't just avoid everything in life and just get another job every time that you got yourself into this company in this job. Now, someone in this company hired this guy, so obviously you made some mistake, and just own up to that. So if you want to correct the mistake by joining another company, go ahead. If not, here's what you got to do. You got to make this dude look good. You got to make it like you got to treat this guy like his shit don't stink. You got to pump his ego up, just blow up his penis, just pump it up, because that's what he wants, because that's what he thrives for, right? And so anything else that you try to do when he's your boss and in a position of power over you, which again we talked about power dynamics in I think the video yesterday, it's not going to work. It's going to backfire, right? Your best thing that you can do if you want to really talk about politics here is that you can make this guy look good. Okay. And by doing that, you kind of want to be like this. Okay. Have you ever seen a movie where there's this like king, and this king is an idiot? Okay. And maybe even like, well, I mean, he was under a spell, but like Lord of the Rings. Okay. What King Theodenus or whatever, and then you've got Wormwood whispering in his ear. Okay, he was under a spell as well, but or Aladdin, and you got the what's his name? The Jafar whispering into the king's ear, the sultan's ear. Right, again, I think he had him under a spell as well. So, but you've probably seen movies like this where the king is kind of dumb, or he's under a spell, I suppose. All right, so maybe this guy's under a spell, but then there's like an advisor that's whispering in his ear, like, "Do you know this king? All right, yeah. Let me tell you about this guy." Okay, so you want to be that. You want to be the advisor, right? So this guy's dumb, obviously. Okay, so use his dumbness. Okay, it's really easy to control dumb people. You can use him as a puppet to accomplish what you want and to actually accomplish the goal, right? So many times there have been many circumstances where where you have had people in positions of power that don't deserve to be there, especially hereditary type of positions, right? Kings, queens, things like that. Okay, what was it? What is that quote about? I'm trying to remember. Who was the guy? There was an advisor to one of the queens, and he said that he spread it on with a trowel. It was in How to Win Friends and Influence People. He's the same person who the quote comes from, that says to never complain, explain. Or never complain or explain. Benjamin Disraeli. Okay, Benjamin Disraeli. Okay, and so that's kind of how you want to act, right? That's your best strategy, right? Trying to combat this guy, trying to go toe to toe with him and show him that he's dumb. Bad idea. Again, read the book 48 Laws of Power. Seriously, it will help you with that. While we're on the subject, I have a ton of books and a bunch of information about general psychology, about mindset, fitness, philosophy, women, dating, all the kind of stuff that you need as a man in the Bulldog Mindset membership. Go check that out. There's a link down below. But if you join now, you can get in before I raise the prices, because I'm going to be rebooting that whole thing. It's going to be super, super cool. I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so I mean that's basically it. Okay, you want to act as if he's a puppet. Use him as a puppet. Okay, and accomplish the things that you need to accomplish by stroking his ego, making him feel good about himself, making him think that the ideas are his ideas. You have to take the ego out of it if you want to be successful and accomplish things, even though this guy's a blockade. And eventually, the idiot will will have what happens to all idiots happen to him, right? He will eventually be exposed. You don't need to be the one exposing him. But the more that you actually put him in positions where he can expose himself, the better off you'll be. I'll see you tomorrow.